Hello children, today's topic is generator. Introduction. ஜெனரேட்டர்னா என்ன, அதை பற்றி நம்ம இந்த பாடப்பகுதியில் படிக்க போகிறோம். அது மட்டும் இல்லை, ஜெனரேட்டரில் நிறையா டைப்ஸ் இருக்குது. சிங்கிள் ஃபேஸ் அண்ட் 3 ஃபேஸ் இந்த மாதிரி. அப்புறம் ஜெனரேட்டருடைய இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் பார்ட்ஸ்லாம் பார்க்க போகிறோம். அதுக்கு அடுத்தது டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மர் பற்றி பார்க்க போகிறோம். அப்புறம் ரொம்ப தூரத்தில் இருந்து நம்மளுக்கு எப்படி பவர் சப்ளை கிடைக்குது அதை பற்றிலாம் பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஸோ பாடத்தை நல்லா கவனிங்க. டுடேஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டாபிக் இஸ் ஏசி ஜெனரேட்டர். அதனுடைய அறிமுகம். ஏசி ஜெனரேட்டர் ஆர் ஆல்டர்னேட்டர் இஸ் அன் எனர்ஜி கன்வர்ஷன் டிவைஸ். அது ஒரு எனர்ஜி கன்வர்ஷன் டிவைஸ், அவ்வளோதான். இட்ஸ் கன்வெர்ட்ஸ் மெக்கானிக்கல் எனர்ஜி யூஸ் டு ரொட்டேட் த காயில் ஆர் ஃபீல்டு மேக்னெட் இன்டு எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் எனர்ஜி. அதாவது மெக்கானிக்கல் எனர்ஜியாக எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் எனர்ஜியாக மாற்றுற ஒரு டிவைஸு. ஸோ ஆல்டர்னேட்டர் ப்ரொடியூசஸ் எ லார்ஜ் ஸ்கேல் எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் பவர் ஃபார் யூஸ் இன் ஹோம்ஸ் அண்ட் இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ். ஸோ ஏசி ஜெனரேட்டர் அண்ட் இட்ஸ் காம்போனன்ட்ஸு இதை கீழே கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க. ஸ்டேட்டார், ரொட்டார் அண்ட் ஆல்டர்னேட்டர் அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ப்ரஷ் பாக்ஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்லிப் ரிங்ஸ். இதெல்லாம் பார்ட்ஸ். அதனுடைய பிரின்சிபல்னா ஏசி ஜெனரேட்டருடைய பிரின்சிபல் 1 மார்க் கொஸ்டினில் கேட்கலாம். Alternator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. The relative motion between the conductor and the magnetic field changes the magnetic flux linked with the conductor, which in turn induces an EMF. The magnitude of the induced EMF is given by Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction and its direction by Fleming's right-hand rule. ஜெனரேட்டரில் உற்பத்தி ஆகிற கரண்ட்டானது ஃபெரடோனுடைய லா படி தான் ஃபார்ம் ஆகுது, அதில் ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகுது. அதில் ஃபார்ம் ஆகிற கரண்ட்டோட டைரெக்ஷனை ஃப்ளெமிங்ஸுடைய ரைட் ஹேண்ட் ரூலை யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். இப்போது கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன். ஆல்டர்னேட்டர் கன்சிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் 2 மேஜர் பார்ட்ஸ், நேம்லி ஸ்டேட்டார் அண்ட் ரொட்டார். As the names suggested, stator is a stationary while the rotator rotates inside the stator. In any standard construction of commercial alternators, the armature winding is mounted on a stator and the field magnet on rotor. The construction details of stator, rotor and various other components involved in the AC generator will be given here. Now we will see one by one. Stator. இந்த படத்தில் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க பாருங்கள், இதான் ஸ்டேட்டார். ஸ்டேட்டார் கோரு, ஆர்மேச்சர் ஸ்லாட்டு அண்ட் வென்டிலேட்டிங் ஹோல் அண்டு ஸ்டேட்டார் ஃப்ரேம். இது தான் நம்ம பார்க்குறோம். த ஸ்டேஷனரி பார்ட் which has armature windings mounted in its called stator. It has 3 components, namely stator frame, stator core and armature winding. இப்போ ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஸ்டேட்டார் ஃப்ரேம்னா என்ன? This is the outer frame used for holding the stator core and armature windings in proper position. The stator frames provides best ventilation with help of holes provided in the frame itself. Stator core na enna? Stator core or armature core is made up of iron or steel alloy. It is a hollow cylinder and is laminated to minimize the eddy current loss. The slots are cut on the inner surface of the core to accommodate armature windings. Next, armature winding na. Armature winding is the coil wound on slots provided in the armature core. One or more than one coil may be employed depending on the type of alternator. சிங்கிள் லேயர். இந்த டயக்ராம் பாருங்கள், சிங்கிள் லேயர் இருக்குது. நார்த் போல், ஸ்லாட், காயில் அண்ட் ஸ்டேட்டார் கோர். நார்த் போல் இருக்குது. இது பாருங்கள், டபுள் லேயர் பாருங்கள், டபுள் லேயர். டபுள் லேயர் எப்படி இருக்குது பாருங்கள், சிங்கிள் லேயர் எப்படி இருக்குது பாருங்கள். ஸோ அதனால் நம்ம மைண்டில் வச்சுக்கணும். பொதுவாக டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் வைண்டிங்ஸை பார்க்கும்போது they are one single layer windings and double layer windings. In single layer windings, a slot is occupied by a coil as a single layer, but In the double layer windings, the coils are split into two layers, such as top and bottom layers. இப்போ பாருங்கள் ரொட்டார் பாருங்கள், ரொட்டார்னா என்ன? ரொட்டார் contains magnetic winding, that means magnetic field windings, and the magnetic poles are magnetized by DC source. The ends of field windings are connected to a pair of slip rings attached to a common shaft about the which rotor rotates. The slip rings rotate along with rotor to maintain connection between the DC source and the field windings. Two brushes are used which continuously slide over the slip rings. There are two types of rotor used in alternators. One is salient pole rotor and cylindrical pole rotor. இப்போ salient pole rotorனா என்ன, அதை பற்றி நான் பார்க்க போகிறோம். டயக்ராம் பாருங்கள். salient pole and the magnetic axis of the field, north pole, field windings, DC source இருக்குது பாருங்கள், brush shaft and slip rings. ஸோ இப்போ நம்ம வந்து மீனிங் என்ன? The word salient means projecting. This rotor has a number of projecting poles having their bases riveted to the rotor. It's mainly used in low speed alternators. The salient two pole rotor is given cylindrical pole rotor. Field windings, north pole is there, south pole, slots clear-ஆக கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க, அதை நல்லா கவனிங்க. This rotor consists of a smooth solid cylinder. The slots are cut on the outer surface of the cylinder along its length. It is suitable for very high speed alternator. The frequency of alternating EMF is induced is directly proportional to the rotor speed. In order to maintain the frequency constant, the rotor must run at a constant speed. These are standard construction details of alternators. Based on the type of alternator being constructed, the details like number of poles, pole type, number of coils and type of windings would change from one another. So we are going to see that is construction working of two examples, namely single phase AC generator and three phase AC generator. See that. Advantages of a stationary armature rotating field alternator. Maybe ask two more questions. Listen here. Alternators are generally high current and high voltage machines. The stationary armature rotating field construction has many advantages. A few of them include: current is drawn directly from fixed terminal on the stator without the use of brush contacts. Second, the insulation of a stationary armature winding is easier. Third, the number of sliding contacts, slip rings, is reduced. Moreover, the sliding contacts are used for low voltage DC source. Armature windings can be constructed more rigidly to prevent deformation due to any mechanical stress. இப்போ நம்ம வந்து single phase AC generator பற்றி பார்க்க போகிறோம். In a single phase AC generator, the armature conductors are connected in series as to form a single circuit, which generates a single phase alternating EMF, and hence it is called single phase AC generator. இதுதான் single phase AC generator. armature conductors இருக்கு, ஸோ போல்ஸ் இருக்கு, நார்த் போல் சவுத் போல், DC source இருக்கு, அது கிளியராக பாருங்கள் நல்லா. The simplified version of AC generator is discussed. Consider a stator core consisting of two slots in which two armature conductors PQ and RS are mounted on a form single turn rectangular loop PQRS. Rotor has two salient poles with the field windings which can be magnetized by means of DC source. Working: the loop PQRS is stationary and is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. When the field windings are excited, the magnetic field is produced around it. The direction of magnetic field passing through the armature, the field magnet be rotated in the clockwise direction by the prime mover The axis of rotation is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. See the diagram clearly. Initial position, the coil PQRS and north pole, south pole. This is the loop PQRS and field magnet is initial position. Assume that the initial position of the field magnet is horizontal. At the instant, the direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the loop PQRS. The induced EMF is 0. This is represented by origin O in the graph between induced EMF and a time angle. When the field magnet rotates through 90 degree, magnetic field becomes parallel to the PQRS. இந்த டயக்ராம் பாருங்கள், அப்புறம் இந்த புக்கை வச்சு இதை படிங்க, அப்போ நல்லா புரியும். The induced EMF across PQ and RS would become maximum. Since they are connected in series, EMFs are added up and the direction of total induced EMF is given by Fleming's right hand rule. Care has to be taken while applying this rule. The thumb indicates the direction of the motion of the conductor with respect to field. For clockwise rotating poles, the conductor appears to be rotating anti-clockwise. Hence, the thumb should point to the left. The direction of the induced EMF is at right angles to the plane of the paper. For PQ, it is downwards and for RS upwards. Therefore, the current flows along PQRS. The point A in the graph represents the maximum EMF. For rotation of 180 degree from the initial position, the field is again perpendicular to the PQRS and the induced EMF becomes 0. This is represented by point B. See the diagram and go through it. The field magnet becomes again parallel to PQRS for 270 degree rotation of field magnets. The induced EMF is maximum but the direction is reversed. Thus the current flows along SRQP. This is represented by point C. On completion of 360 degree, the induced EMF becomes 0 and is represented by the point D. From the graph, it is clear that EMF induced in PQRS is alternating in nature. Therefore, when the field magnet completes one rotation, induced EMF in PQRS finishes one cycle. For this construction, the frequency of the induced EMF depends on the speed at which the field magnet rotates. இது பாருங்க, இந்த டயக்ராம் கிளியராக சொல்லுது. PQRS and PQRS and அது அப்படியே மாறிட்டே இருக்குது பாருங்கள். அந்த ஆர்மேச்சர் மாறிட்டே இருக்குது. 0, 90, 180, 270, 360 degree, omega t. Initial omega t is equal to 0 and omega t pi by 2, omega t pi, omega t 3 pi by 2 and omega t is equal to pi. Three-phase AC generator. Some AC generator may have more than one coil in the armature core and each coil produces an alternating EMF. In the generator, more than one EMF is produced. Thus, they are called polyphase generator. If there are two alternating EMFs produced in a generator, it is called a two-phase generator. In some AC generators, there are three separate coils which would give three separate EMFs. Hence, they are called three-phase AC generator. In the simplified construction of three-phase AC generator armature core, 6 slots cut on its inner rim. Each slot is 60 degree away from one another. 6 armature conductors are mounted in these slots. So the conductors 1 and 4 are joined in series from coil 1. The conductors 3 and 6 form coil 2 while the conductors 5 and 2 form coil 3. So these coils are rectangular in shape and are 120 degree apart from one another. The diagram clean up parunga, coil 1 and coil 2 and coil 3. These 3 coils are separated by 120 degree. So 3 coils are gives 360 degree. The initial position of the field magnet is horizontal and the field direction is perpendicular to the plane of the coil 1, as it is seen in the single phase AC generator. When the field magnet is rotates from that position in, see the diagram. First, coil 1 field magnet, it is initial position. time is equal to 0. And as coil 2, the field magnet has to rotate from through 120 degree, and coil 3 240 degree rotations of the field magnets required. Clockwise direction, alternating EMF of psi 1 is the coil 1 begins a cycle from origin O. So the corresponding cycle from alternating EMF psi 2 is coil 2 starts at A after the field magnet has rotated through 120 degree. Therefore, the phase difference between psi 1 and psi 2 is 120 degree. Similarly, the EMF psi 3 in coil 3 would begin its cycle at the point B after 240 degree rotation of field magnet from initial position. Thus, these EMs produced in three-phase AC generator have 120 degree phase difference between one another. Advantages of three-phase alternator. Three-phase system has many advantages over single-phase system. Let us see a few of them. ரொம்ப முக்கியமான டாபிக் இது. For a given dimension of the generator, three-phase machines produces higher power output than single-phase machine. For the same capacity, three-phase alternator is smaller in size when compared to the single-phase alternator. Three-phase transmission system is cheaper. A relatively thinner wire is sufficient for transmission of three-phase power. Next topic is transformer. Very important 5-mark question. Transformer is a stationary device used to transform electrical power from one circuit to another without changing its frequency. The applied alternating voltage is either increased or decreased with the corresponding decrease or increase of current in the circuit. If the transformer converts an alternating current with low voltage into an alternating current with high voltage, it is called step-up transformer. On contrary, if the transformer converts alternating current with a high voltage into an alternating current with low voltage, then it is called step-down transformer. Construction and working of transformer. Principle. The principle of transformer is the mutual induction between the two coils. That is, when an electric current passing through a coil changes with time, an EMF is induced in the neighboring coil. Student, இதுதான் transformer. Simplified diagram பார்த்துங்க. Primary winding of NP turns and secondary windings of NS turns, primary current and secondary current, primary voltage and secondary voltage. இது transformer core. க்ளீனாக பார்த்துங்க. Construction. In the simple construction of transformers, there are two coils of high mutual inductance wound over the same transformer core. The core is generally laminated and is made up of a good magnetic material like silicon steel. Coils are electrically insulated but magnetically linked through transformer core. The coil across which alternating voltage is applied is called primary coil P, and the coil from which output power is drawn out is called secondary coil S. The assembled core and coils are kept in a container which is filled with suitable medium for better insulation and cooling purpose. Working. If the primary coil is connected to a source of alternating voltage, an alternating magnetic flux is set up in the laminated core. If there is no magnetic flux linkage, then whole of magnetic flux linked with the primary coil is also linked with the secondary coil. This means that the rate at which magnetic flux changes through on each turn is same for both primary and secondary coils. As a result of flux change, EMF is induced in both primary and secondary coils. The EMF induced in the primary coils IP is almost equal to the opposite to the applied voltage Vp and is given by, so Vp is equal to psi p is equal to minus Np d phi by dt. The frequency of alternating magnetic flux in the core is same as the frequency of applied voltage. Therefore, induced EMF secondary will also have same frequency as that of applied voltage. The EMF is induced in the secondary coil psi is given by psi s is equal to minus n psi d phi by dt. So here Np and Ns are the number of turns in the primary and secondary coils respectively. If the secondary circuit is open, then psi is equal to Vs, where Vs is the voltage across secondary coil. So Vs is equal to psi is equal to minus N d phi by dt. So from the equations, Vs by Vp is equal to Ns by Np is equal to K. Here K is constant, very important on our derivative, 4.32. Transformer ratio. For an ideal transformer, input power is equal to output power, where Ip and Is are the current in the primary and secondary coils respectively. So therefore, Vs by Vp is equal to Ns by Np is equal to Ip by Is, 4.33. The equation 4.3 is in terms of amplitude of corresponding quantities. So Vs by Vp is equal to Ns by Np is equal to I by Is is equal to K. If N is greater than Np or K is greater than 1, if Vs is greater than Vp and is Is by Is less than the Ip. This is the case of step of transformer in which voltage is increased and the corresponding current is decreased. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான இந்த பாயிண்ட்லாம் 1 மார்க் கேட்பாங்க. இதில் ப்ராப்ளம் கேட்பாங்க. If N is less than Np or K is less than 1, therefore Vs less than Vp and Is is greater than Ip. N number of turns of secondary coil, Np number of turns primary coil, K means transformer ratio, Vs voltage, secondary voltage, primary voltage and the secondary current and the primary current. This is the step down transformer where the voltage is decreased and the current is increased. Efficiency of transformer. 2 mark question problem கேட்பாங்க. Efficiency of transformer is defined as the ratio of useful output power to the input power. Thus, eta is equal to output power by input power into 100%. The transformer are highly efficient devices having their efficiency in the range of 96 to 99%. Various energy loss in the transformer will not allow them to be 100% efficiency. இதோட போதும் children. We will see next class and also next topic. Thank you very much.